Warfare has always depended on movement. Armies that move faster survived longer. Over time, military transport vehicles changed to meet that need. This video covers every major truck and jeep that kept armies moving under fire. It starts with early military transport and moves step by step to modern designs. The focus stays on purpose, design, and why each vehicle mattered in its era. We start with early military trucks used before global war. The Jeffrey Quad appeared during World War I. It served between 1914 and 1918. It was built to move supplies over broken ground. Its four-wheel drive was rare at the time. It showed armies the value of powered logistics. Next up is the FWD Model B. It entered service in the late 1910s. It carried cargo and artillery ammunition. It used full-time four-wheel drive. It proved trucks could replace horse transport. Moving on to the interwar period, the Chevrolet 1.5-ton truck appeared in the 1930s. It supported peacetime armies and training units. It had a simple rear-wheel drive layout. It helped to standardize military vehicle fleets. Next is the Dodge VC series. It entered service just before the World War II. It was used for troop transport and light cargo. It introduced early four-wheel drive designs. It prepared armies for larger conflicts ahead. We now reach the Willys MB Jeep. It entered service in 1941 during World War II. It served as transport, scout, and command vehicle. It featured compact size and four-wheel drive. It became essential for frontline mobility. Closely related is the Ford GPW. It appeared during the same wartime period. It filled the same role as the Willys Jeep. It used interchangeable parts for easier repair. It increased production speed during war. Next up is the GMC CCKW. It served from 1941 to 1945. It carried troops, fuel, and supplies. It had a 6x6 drivetrain for rough terrain. It became the backbone of Allied logistics. Moving on is the Studebaker US-6. It entered service during World War II. It was heavily used on the Eastern Front. It featured a reliable engine and strong chassis. It supported long-distance supply routes. Next is the Opel Blitz. It served German forces from the late 1930s. It transported infantry and equipment. It used a simple and rugged design. It supported fast-moving ground operations. Up next is the Volkswagen Kübelwagen. It appeared during World War II. It served as a light utility vehicle. It used rear-wheel drive with a light frame. It performed well on poor roads. We now move to Soviet designs. The Gaz AA entered service in the 1930s. It hauled supplies and personnel. It used a simple two-axle layout. It was easy to produce in large numbers. Next is the Gaz 67 Jeep. It appeared in the early 1940s. It served Soviet reconnaissance units. It had four-wheel drive and high ground clearance. It improved off-road movement, moving past World War II. The Dodge M37 entered service in the early 1950s. It supported Cold War forces. It carried troops and communications equipment. It offered better suspension and durability. Next up is the Gaz Aero 63. It entered Soviet service after the war. It handled cargo and towing roles. It used all-wheel drive. It reflected post-war standardization. We now reach the Korean War era. The Willys M38 replaced earlier Jeep models. It served from the early 1950s. It added waterproof electrical systems. It supported operations in wet environments. Next is the M35 Deuce and a Half. It entered service in the 1950s. It hauled supplies and troops. It used a 6x6 drivetrain. It became a long-serving transport platform. Moving on to Vietnam War vehicles. The M151 MUTT entered service in the 1960s. It replaced earlier Jeep designs. It featured independent suspension. It improved road speed and handling. Next up is the M37, still in use. It supported early Vietnam operations. It carried radios and supplies. It maintained mechanical simplicity. It eased maintenance in the field. We now move to heavy transport. The M54 5-ton truck entered service during Vietnam. It hauled large cargo loads. It used a powerful engine and strong frame. It supported extended supply lines. Next is the Soviet Ural 375. It entered service in the 1960s. It supported Cold War armies. It featured a 6-1-6 configuration. It handled extreme terrain conditions. Moving ahead in time, the HMMWV appeared in the 1980s. It replaced older Jeep-based vehicles. It carried troops and equipment. It offered better protection and payload. Next up is the Land Rover series used by Britain. It entered service during the Cold War. It served as transport and patrol vehicle. It featured lightweight and four-wheel drive. It supported global deployments. We now reach modern logistics trucks. The Oshkosh HMTT entered service in the 1980s. It carried fuel and heavy supplies. It used an 8-8 drivetrain. It supported large mechanized forces. Next is the MAN HX series. It entered service in the 2000s. It supports modern European armies. It features modular cargo systems. It improves flexibility and transport efficiency. Moving on is the MTVR. It entered service with modern forces. It supports expeditionary operations. It uses advanced suspension systems. It improves off-road mobility under load. We now approach final generation designs. The JLTV entered service in the late 2010s. It replaces older light tactical vehicles. It offers improved protection and mobility. It reflects modern battlefield requirements. To wrap things up, these vehicles show steady change. Each generation improved mobility and reliability. Trucks and Jeeps remained essential under fire. The evolution continues with modern designs.